Do not dispute with anyone in any matter as far as possible. For in argumentation lies much harm and its evil is greater than its benefit. This visible world is a trace of that invisible one, and the former follows the latter like a shadow. The happiness of the drop is to die in the river. The way to paradise is an uphill climb, whereas hell is downhill. Hence, there is a struggle to get to paradise and not to hell. Whoever determines the truth from people alone will remain lost in the plains of bewilderment. Rather, know the truth, and you will know its people. Understand that for every rule which I have mentioned from the Quran, the devil has one to match it, which he puts beside the proper rule to cause error. People count with self-satisfaction the number of times they have recited the name of God on their prayer beads, but they keep no beads for reckoning the number of idle words they speak. The soul should take care of the body, just as the pilgrim on his way to Makkah takes care of his camel. But if the pilgrim spends his whole time in feeding and adorning his camel, the caravan will leave him behind, and he will perish in the desert. If those who do not possess knowledge avoid the scholarly discussions, disagreement will end. Know, O beloved, that man was not created in jest or at random, but marvelously made for some great end. Although he is not form everlasting, yet he lives forever, and though his body is mean and earthly, yet his spirit is lofty and divine. In God, there is no sorrow or suffering or affliction. If you want to be free of all affliction and suffering, hold fast to God, and turn wholly to Him, and to no one else. Indeed, all your suffering comes from this, that you do not turn toward God and no one else. A human being is not a human being while his tendencies include self-indulgence, covetousness, temper and attacking other people. Desires make slaves out of kings, and patience makes kings out of slaves. Knowledge without action is wastefulness, and action without knowledge is foolishness. Declare your jihad on 13 enemies you cannot see: egoism, arrogance, conceit, selfishness, greed, lust, intolerance, anger, lying, cheating, gossiping and slandering. If you can master and destroy them, then you will be ready to fight the enemy you can see. Do not allow your heart to take pleasure with the praises of people, nor be saddened by their condemnation. Those who look for seashells will find seashells, those who open them will find pearls. Never have I dealt with anything more difficult than my own soul, which sometimes helps me and sometimes opposes me. The hypocrite looks for faults, the believer looks for excuses. Knowledge exists potentially in the human soul like the seed in the soil. By learning, the potential becomes actual. You must convince your heart that whatever Allah has decreed is most appropriate and most beneficial for you. A man of bad character punishes his own soul. If you do not prepare now for the afterlife, then when will you do so? Often love between two people intensifies not because of beauty or some advantage, but because of sheer spiritual affinity. If you're busy with yourself now, you will be busy with yourself then. If you are busy with Allah now, you will be with Him then. Man's nature is made up of four elements, which produce in him four attributes, namely, the beastly, the brutal, the satanic, and the divine. In man there is something of the pig, the dog, the devil, and the saint. You possess only whatever will not be lost in a shipwreck. Whoever says that all music is prohibited, let him also claim that the songs of birds are prohibited. Half of disbelief in Allah in the world is caused by people who make religion look ugly due to their bad conduct and ignorance. The corruption of religions comes from turning them to mere words and appearances. To completely trust in Allah is to be like a child who knows deeply that even if he does not call for the mother is totally aware of his condition and is looking after him.